So let's talk about the Nikon D3100 and the kit lens. This is actually worth using. I think yes. I'm not going to waste your time on that. I think this is definitely worth using. And let's look at some photos I took today at the park. I think they turned out great. So I have my laptop and we're just going to look at photos that I took today at the park. So let's just jump right into it. So first up, this is a path, and I love the way the light is hitting the path. Like, of course it's dark in front of us, but it has eventually that path leading on. I love that. And then I took a vertical shot, moved a little bit closer and brightened it up, added a mask. I'll show you that. It's just a mask emulating the sun. And what's really cool is that that's the only mask I added. And I love how this turned out. Next up is probably my favorite photo. So I saw this across the water, and it was just this light just hitting one spot across the way. And so what I did for that is I added a few masks to emphasize, hey, there's light coming from the top, so you can see that it's hitting from the sky to this patch in the ground. And then again, I add a little more light and exposure right at that point, and then I inverted it, and then I added minus exposure. I darkened the edge of the image, and so that way we can emphasize, hey, look right here. And so making something brighter helps the audience or the viewer look directly where you need to go. They look at that bright spot in the photo, or where there's the most contrast. I wanted to show this photo next. It's number 37, and what's really cool is that we have the peninsula coming out, but I also have the foreground with the plants in front of us, and I like that there's dimension in this photo. It makes it feel like it's real because I'm just kind of peeking around and I saw someone on there and I want to take a photo of that. Here's another photo. This is 39. I love the reflection of the water and the sky in this. I love the blue and the green mixture. It looks great. I also wanted to show a not perfect photo, if you'd call it that. This is number 49. This has a little turtle right here. I didn't emphasize that with any of masking or anything, but I love the reflection hitting the water as you see the trees on the top of the photo. And then I like the reflection of the tree in the water, and there's also a turtle. So not the best photo, but I just like it. I think it's cool. Here's another photo, number 50. Same kind of area, but this is at 18 millimeters with the lens. And so that is with it all zoomed out. So we're talking the widest this thing can go. And I really liked how it turned out. Next up is number 52. This was something I thought was really cool. Kind of looks like a pineapple. My husband thinks it's a weed, I'm not sure, but I thought it was cool looking. Number 61. So I thought this was cool because I got the birds at the top, I got the reflection of the trees in the water, I got the foreground element as well. I really liked this photo. I have no complaints about it. And you got the little rocks on the left side too. Number 66 was another close contender to be my favorite photo. I think the one I mentioned earlier was my favorite. But again, I love the colors, I love the foreground. I tried to get out of my element of shooting a low aperture. As you can see up here, this is f8, which is perfect for landscapes, and I really tried to do that, and f11 for these types of photos because that's where landscapes do the best at. I thought this was cool looking. This is just a really giant tree, and I love the yellow hues in it. I thought that was really cool. This is at f8, and it's just wherever the sun hit, it looked really good. So that's why you're going to see a lot of these photos. Number 79, I thought this was cool too. You got that foreground element of the gate in front of me, and then also the trees, and it's just like naturally framing the park, and I really liked that. There was also some fish at the bottom of the bridge, so I got a picture of that. Another foreground element is adding that bridge on the bottom. Again, it's just a natural frame where it's telling the audience where to look. I also had my husband with me today, and he took this photo of me. I thought it was great. This is not what I would consider a portrait lens, but it gets the job done. I think this was a little bit out of focus. I'm not sure if it was focused on me because it looks a little bit blurry up here. But overall, I like the photo, and I don't have a lot of photos of me, so that's really cool. Next up is a spider. This is at my mother-in-law's house. I got a picture of that. This was not at the park, but I got a photo of a spider, and I thought that was really cool. This was at 55 millimeters, so this was as much as it can get zoomed in as possible at f5.6. So this is the last photo I want to talk about. This is number 123. What's really cool about this photo is I was kind of experimenting and I just turned auto on. So that is the green button on the top of this camera. That's the green dial right here. I just had that on, and when you do that, the flash comes on if it's too dark for the camera. That's what it is thinking anyways. So the flash came on, took this photo. I actually kind of like it. I think it's very nostalgic because whenever we go back to those point and shoot cameras, I don't remember the exact name, but the ones where you would get an allotted amount, maybe 24 photos, turn it back into your convenience store, and then they print them for you. I get that vibe from this, and I like that. So those are all the photos I took today with the Nikon D3100 and the kit lens. I really want to emphasize people are sleeping on this lens. It can do mostly anything. When it comes to portraits, it can be kind of lacking in my opinion because I really like that shallow depth of field. I love there being a huge amount of blur behind the person. But if you're going for everyday photography, just capturing your life, I think this is it. I think this is the lens that you need to be using, especially for this camera. It gets the job done for anything that you're needing. So yeah, I'm super impressed with this. Let me know what you think in the comments down below if you're having any luck with the kit lens as well. I'd love to hear about it. I'll see you all in the next one. Bye-bye.